Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today's January the 4th, 2019. This is the home of the 2-minute price prediction, as well as giving you all the news according to the charts. Now, what we're going to talk about today is, should you buy Aurora stock? Or a better question, why you should not buy Aurora stock. Okay, we found this article right here on the MOTLEY Fool, and we're going to talk about, should you hold this particular stock in your portfolio for the year 2019? It was an article written by Sean Williams on the 29th of December. So considering the fact that we are starting 2019 off of a good foot currently in the stock market, we're going to see whether or not should this be a part of your portfolio going throughout the year 2019. So before we go into this article, do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to like and share this video as well, because we're definitely giving you our analysis according to the price chart. And we're going to make sure that the article that we're about to go into, if it actually correlates with the recent price movement of Aurora Cannabis from the United States. Okay, this is not the Toronto Stock Exchange. We're looking here on the New York Stock Exchange for Aurora Cannabis, so the market prices will be different. Just want to give you all that heads up as well. But nevertheless, this has been a recent development in the stock market exchanges. Cannabis companies are a new rave, and we definitely want to make sure that Aurora Cannabis has been the forefront of the news recently, and this article will give you some of those things as to why Aurora Cannabis has been in the news lately. But overall, we do not focus none of our attention on articles. Okay, we only pay attention to the price charts, which is why you're seeing the right side of your screen moving with the price bars and the volume, because that is the true indications and the sentiment of all market participants who are interested in Aurora Cannabis. Okay, so what we do, we dissect the articles to make sure that what these individuals are writing about, if they actually make sense and correlate with what the market action is giving us. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look in this article right now, and then after that, we're going to give you our price predictions on what we're expecting Aurora Cannabis to do according to the price chart, and then give you the reason why Aurora Cannabis should not be bought. Okay, so as I stated earlier, this article was written on December 29, 2018. Quick read. I'm gonna go ahead and leave you all the link in the description of this video, so you guys who like to read these type of articles will definitely be able to be caught up. But I only skimmed through some of the important things of it. Sean goes ahead and asks us the question, is Aurora Cannabis, should you buy or buy in 2019? Does Aurora Cannabis deserve to be in your portfolio in 2019? We're gonna go ahead and he's gonna give us some case points as to why it should be, and then he's gonna look at the other side of the coin as to why it should not be. Okay, currently why it should be in your portfolio is because Aurora Cannabis has completed an acquisition with ICC Labs to increase their peak production of their cannabis from roughly 570,000 kilograms to 700,000 kilograms in peak annual yield in the next 2 to 3 years. So that is a positive thing for Aurora Cannabis to increase its production of its cannabis. Second, they have an alternative, meaning that they just don't need to grow the cannabis. They also have other products on the docket, which includes a launching of a soft gel cannabis oil capsule, which is also something that's positive. Those type of items, products, are not yet available in Canada because it's not legal, but it can change. He gives you a little hint right here towards the summer of 2019. Okay, Aurora Cannabis has previously expressed interest in developing cannabis infused beverages and held talks with Coca-Cola in September of 2018 about a possible partnership, but again it fell through. So that's up to anyone's guess as to why that occurred. Aurora Cannabis also generates revenue from its ownership of Larson, which it acquired in November 2017. So that is another positive as to why you may want to have this stock in your portfolio. And as well, they have a large presence in the global economic field for cannabis. Aurora has a presence in nearly 24 countries, and this could grow further in 2019. Now we go to the outside of the coin. Okay, one that is definitely a lot, from our perspective, more important, considering when you look at the price chart as to why Aurora Cannabis should be avoided. Okay, the company's inability to generate a recurring operating profit. It made 105.5 million Canadian dollars profit in its most recent quarter, but once you take out these one-time benefits tied to their derivatives and the reevaluation of an influential investment with the Green Organic Dutchman, then your Aurora Cannabis is left with a mammoth 111.9 million Canadian dollar operating loss in the first quarter of 2019. So definitely be prepared for that to come down the pike as well. They are a long way from nearing the end of their expansion phase. It announced a massive $1.2 million square foot construction in the Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada area known as Aurora Sun, and it still has to complete the expansion projects at the ICC Labs and Med Relief. So looks like more money is going to be coming out of this particular company to make sure that they're able to complete these projects, and then it has to market its brands and as well as expand internationally in the market for its products. So these expenses are going to almost ensure that Aurora Cannabis continues to lose money without the assistance of those one-time benefits. Also, you can see here that it has little propensity to its shareholders. The company's outstanding share count. And you can see here that Aurora Cannabis growth at any cost strategy has seen the company use its stock to acquire entire businesses or issue shares of convertible notes in order to fund organic products. Okay, so what they're doing is they're diluting their shares. They're issuing more shares into the marketplace, which dilutes the actual buying power of its stock. That is definitely a negative thing to do. And as you can tell, that is one of the most negative things that you guys can do for any particular company, is issue more shares into the market to where it dilutes or lessens the valuableness of the actual stock. And that's what Aurora Cannabis has been doing ever since they've been on this expansion notion. That's how they've been able to actually coordinate and execute that particular expansion, was by issuing more shares out into the marketplace to make sure that more people are able to come in and participate in their expansion goals. So this article continues to go on to read that at the end of 2014, long before the cannabis craze really began, Aurora Cannabis had just over 16 million shares of stock outstanding. Following its ICC last purchase, it may very well surpass 1 billion shares outstanding in the marketplace. In 2018, shares have witnessed the company's market cap rise 56%, yet it's seen share price fall 35%. That's 91 percentage point difference. It's because of the share-based dilution. Okay. And on top of that, Aurora has not given any indication that it's going to stop diluting investors anytime soon. And another thing that he ends this article with is that Aurora has yet to land a partner, which is a bit odd. While a brand name partner could easily be a catalyst for Aurora, its inability to find one thus far suggests that maybe Aurora's asking price is too high, pun fully intended, or that is not as much of an industry leader as is being made out to be. So those are the points that Sean Williams uses for Aurora Cannabis, and he concludes with his verdict that he does not see any need to jump into Aurora Cannabis currently right where it's at. He feels that it is still pricey and that the movement to the downside is still in play. So let's go ahead and dive on into the price chart to see whether or not we are actually getting the same depiction for Aurora Cannabis. And over the last couple of weeks, the market has just been with a consolidation. It has been trading well above that $5 support price. So consolidation is still ongoing for this particular stock. $4 definitely looks to be an area of support if we continue to see negativity coming to the market for the cannabis industry, and as well as for Aurora Cannabis in particular. Monthly chart, we are starting the month of January off on a good foot. As long as we stay above that $5 price, I'm still expecting more or less consolidation to continue for this company. Definitely something that needs to be watched as we continue to go throughout 2019 though. I still think that Aurora Cannabis has some more bumpy roads to contend with, henceforth the reason why we're still holding some consolidation. You can tell that even on the daily price chart, we are decreasing on the volume as we're trying to move to the upside, definitely indicating that we're losing interest to the upside. So overall, for Aurora Cannabis, I'm just seeing the market holding more or less consolidation. $5.50, maybe $6 will be a resistance area in around our resistance line, and the support area is all the way down there at $4. So the market can definitely bounce in between those prices as we continue to trade for the month of January all the way through the whole year 2019. So overall, I would hold out too in Aurora Cannabis. I just don't see the euphoria in this particular company right now. If we get some more positive catalyst news to come into the space, like partnership with Aurora Cannabis, then yes, we might see a quick pop to the upside. But as of right now, I'm just still seeing that consolidation with that continuation to the downside happening. So give us your thoughts, give us your opinions, and once again, we will leave you all a link in the description of this video just in case you all want to read up on this article for yourself. Make sure you all maintain your profitability, and I will see you all later.